Hi guys, Dr. Zoe again. Good morning. This is Monday morning. I'm about to go to work now in a couple of minutes, but I want to just give one quick video. Based on a video I watched last night, a girl coming out to the internet to say, oh, this abroad is not what she expected, it's difficult, it's that. And I've seen a couple of videos about that lately, and I keep asking myself, is it that we parents don't talk to our kids, or your parents don't talk to you about life? Life is not easy. I guarantee you, there is no successful man or woman today that did not pay their dues. Everybody paid their dues. All those people you see, I don't know whether they say it, but I know, and I'll tell you, all of them, Don Jazzy, you know when you hustled in London, in the days, an OG like me can say that. Tiwa Savage, the same thing, Sainsbury, London. Kiss Daniel, remember when he came to this Calgary about 7-8 years ago? We know reached 20, we did that club in Northeast. It was basically, he just came to perform on stage. Nobody knew you then. You paid your dues. Everybody paid their dues. So people should get off the internet and stop misbehaving, crazy. 2001, I left Nigeria as the first son of my father, who was a chief at the time. He didn't want me to leave. He didn't give me a dime. A dime he didn't give me. And I was doing well. I was in Omaha, I was single, I was in the late 20s. I had a bungalow, a generator, and a V-boot at the time. I sold everything. I got a visa to go to Ireland to do an exam. It was a 6-month visa. I sold up everything. Met my father. My father said, you think abroad is easy? Go now. It was my mom that went to ACB that time and collected all her savings. It was around £200. Gave me, I got about £1,000 something from the one I sold everything. And I headed out. I took a bus to Lagos. I had my visa. And believe me, when I was on that bus, I said to myself, okay, this abroad I'm going to, I must succeed no matter what it takes. I was there. 9/11 came. 9/11 came, it was the first obstacle. We didn't need transit visa to go to, it was KLM, to go to Amsterdam, but because of 9/11, there was a lot of confusion. They needed transit visa. It was already 2 days to my travel. What do I do? I take one nice guy that works with KLM, collected my passport, endorsed it, blah, 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 almost like, saying I'm safe to go. Then that's how I travel. I rushed to Lagos, bend down, buy jacket, buy hats. That was my first travel. It wasn't easy. I didn't even know what to expect. I only knew my classmates in Dublin then. Enter plane, reach, people, they look me, because I was, to be honest with you, the way I looked at that time, if I think I'm now, I look like a destitute. And no wonder people were looking at me funny on the plane. I got to Amsterdam. The wait time was 4 hours. I no sit up, I no chop, I no brush it, I no do anything, because I didn't want any story. I wanted to be in Dublin. It was a time to check in again. I enter. It was when I entered the plane to Dublin that I brushed my mouth and chopped small. You have to be resolute when you're coming abroad. Listen, forget what my Daddy Freeze is my friend. I love him and he knows that. But sometimes, some of the comments is a bit misleading. Oh, this abroad is not what we think it is. This Canada is not what. Anywhere abroad is better than Nigeria, the way Nigeria is now. It's just that you have to pay your dues. You have to put in the grind. Anyway, let me come back to the story. I landed Canada, Dublin at the time, 2021. My friend BBS came to pick me up at the airport because of the way I was dressed. Even the bag I was carrying was my mom's bag. Because my father didn't send me. It was my mom's bag, and one of the tires was off. I was looking like a destitute. The tire was a bit. The guy gave me sign to meet him outside because nobody could receive me at the airport. I was looking off. I don't care. I entered bus with that. We headed. Another classmate of ours, Hero Stanford House. That was my first night. Lovely community that time in Nigeria. Hero will always cook rice because so many of us were trooping in. Hero will cook rice, big, massive rice with stew he made. Nice guy, I will never forget him. Stanford House, ask anybody. Hero will, all of us ate rice. I slept on the floor on the first day, on the floor. Hero is right now, Hero is a psychiatrist in BC, Canada. He connected his friend, okay now is a maxillofacial surgeon in London or Liverpool somewhere. Okay now came and picked me up the next morning. Because I still had about 1,200 or so, or 300, I paid for small accommodation. I paid for small accommodation in Lucan. In the room, in the house where Kedem were staying, there was a room available. My friend Victor, who's a neurosurgeon today in upstate New York, Victor didn't have much money, but he moved in with me. We were bent on making it. Believe me. In the next morning, after moving into that local, we wake up, we were walking because there was a lot of money in Ireland and they were building stuff. We were walking from one construction site to us, and they would look at us and say, "What are we here for? We're here to work. We can help you carry this cement and this block up there, and you pay us anything you can." Our exam was in 3 months' time, but we needed money to survive. The money I came with was going down. Victor didn't come with much anyway. He was my best buddy, honestly. Anybody that went to University of Nigeria will know all those people I'm talking about, but I'm trying to screen it a bit. But the point is, life is not easy. All of us are big boys now and big girls, but we did not start that way. Listen, the only job we got at that time, my first job was a security man, and thank God for that job. Me and Victor, 600 pounds a week. He was taking 3, I was taking 3. That was my first job. Tom, I don't forget my manager. I was in Dublin 7. I still remember the house today. Even with my asthma, I was a security man in a construction company. I did not mind. Me and Victor were having a good time. We were happy. We were single. As I said, Victor is a neurosurgeon today. Even some people in this Calgary, if they will remember, some of them were vendors with Evening Herald. They are where they will drop them up. They come and pick them up from near Euro's house and drop them in Dublin 7 where we were security people. So by the time we're starting work around 6 o'clock, they're already there selling paper. When they have their break, they will come in and chill in the building. Today, they are professors of medicine.